I've created a lot of things, you know.
What are we looking at here?
Huh?
What are we looking at here?
This is a young me. I just designed and got made a sunshade for the camera that I'm using. This is the Acre NPR, you know. And I had just installed it when the guy come and said, let me take a picture of you. And that is the GIS photographer. As you can see, there's all black here. I had just grown a mustache. You know?
When you look at this picture, what do you think?
When I look at this picture,
Yeah.
what do I think?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know in terms of what. This is a Rae friction head tripod.
Okay, what do you feel? What kind of emotions does it bring up in you?
At this time now,
Yeah.
I didn't know that there's so many things that I did, and I wasn't really aware, you know, that I did it because out of the exigency of the situation that I had to do it, you know. For example, when we did the film on the Commonwealth Games, which was staged in Jamaica in 1966, there was a problem of how to light the stadium. And they had put some lights there and it wasn't enough. And I was sitting on the technical committee, and then I said, well, look, I'm gonna light it. Really? How are you going to do it? I said, I'm going to put 10,000 watt spots on top of the roof. How are you going to do it? I said, well, I'm going to find a way. An iceberg is a huge piece of ice. The larger part is under the water, and all you're seeing is the tip. Okay? And the tip, in terms of the film, is what you want to focus on. So, for example, if you're making a film on nematodes and bananas, you know, that's a little worm that gets into the banana sucker and sucks out everything. Okay? You have to find out how a banana plant is grown, how it is nurtured, how you apply fertilizer, protection from the wind, watering, and all of those things. Even though you're making a film about nematodes. So the film about nematodes represents the 10%. The rest of that iceberg is the information that you are bringing to that 10%. So that you're not making a film that is not related to the overall picture. It started, that theory came to me when I started teaching film, and how well to convey to the student and to a prospective filmmaker the process of making a film, whatever film it is you have to make.
Is that you, Chappie?
Yeah, that's me.
Why do people call you Chappie?
I really don't know about it. They started to call me Chappie when I was a little chap at home. I was about 3 years old before my father took me to St. Lucia, shipped me off to St. Lucia.
Well, what is this we're looking at? Tell me.
CariFesta 76, the second Caribbean Festival of Arts, will be held in Jamaica from July 23rd to August 2nd. The culture of over 30 countries from the Caribbean and Latin America will be on show. The culture of the people of the sun in all their glory. CariFesta 76 from July 23rd to August 2nd.
I felt that it was important to look at, first of all, what it is and who it is that you're photographing. What is it that you want them, what is it that you want the viewer to see, and what it is that you want the viewer to understand. And those are my guiding posts, so to speak. At that time I was trying to find a new way of looking at things, how to represent the Caribbean was my main concern, so that when you look at these films you know it's from the Caribbean and you don't have to be told it's Caribbean.
Okay.
So I've been concerned all along, and even up to today I'm concerned about developing what I want to call a Caribbean film aesthetic that will represent who we are based on our folklore, our history, our heritage, our culture. Every time I make a film, it's different from the last film. I never make the same film twice, you know. In this case, I tried
I'm writing you this letter from a land of verdant hills.
different type of narration.
Valleys. A land where many of the people have left the rural areas to live in the cities and large towns.
Yeah, well, here it is. I call this film Letter from Cocoon.
And unemployment.
It's a film about a farm that was established in the country in Hanover to assist farmers to live on the land and develop the land and sell the produce. And it is a Michael Manley initiative. And at the time it was initiated, President Julius Nyerere had come to Jamaica and he visited the farm, and it was named after him, the Nyerere farm.
No housing.
And
They found
so I went to make a film there, and I said, but if I'm going to make a film there, I'm telling somebody I'm going to make this film. So I did it in the form of a letter, writing this letter from this land of verdant hills. So I wrote the narration in that way. I'm fortunate to have a very good voice, and a fellow by the name of Reggie Carter. He's now dead, but he did all my narrations for me because he could bring just the right emotion, the right kind of passion. Because I think the voice must convey and reinforce the passion that is in the visuals. The voice is not something separate, and that's how I felt when I was doing this. So this is another type of film that I started to do, and then I began to see that things are beginning to take shape, you know. And the next film I did after that was a film on exports, and it was called Sun Made in Jamaica. I didn't write that script. Tony Gamble wrote the script. But then it was about how the sun influences the color and vibrancy of Jamaican exports. So that's why it was called Sun Made in Jamaica. So each time I make a film, I'm doing it differently.
There you are.
It was taken in 1976. It's a Polaroid. It's taken by a friend of mine. He's a famous cinematographer, Haskell Wexler, ASA.
Really?
Yes. Okay, this is here shooting a promo for this is Raymond Edwards. Shooting a promo for what Jamaica needs now. In color. Shooting 35 mm.
35, yeah.
Yeah.
RBL?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm down at Pedro Keys making a film with my friend John Irvin. You see you write the thing there. Don't let the bastards get you down.